This is Lorena, and this is a Wealthy Sexy Rebel Quickie with Paige Wilhide. Hi, Paige. Thank you so much for being here.
Hola! Hi! It's so good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for accepting this little Wealthy Sexy Rebel Quickie. So tell us who you are.
Yeah. So my name is Paige Wilhide, and I'm the founder of Paige Media, which is a video storytelling and video marketing company. So I basically help female entrepreneurs tell their story and get it out there online through planning, scripting, shooting, and editing videos.
Because video is the fastest way to create deeper connections other than being in person, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You can not only tell what you do, but you can show what you do. And it's essential when there's just so much noise out there on the internet and everybody's got a message and everybody's got a website. And so video gives you that edge, that step ahead of everybody else.
100% agree. Everywhere that you see, that I read, whatever blog I visit, everybody's talking that video is the way to go. That's why I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and I love that you're doing this. This is awesome. This is a party, video party.
You are my inspiration for sure, because you know that for a while I've been thinking and wanting to, and then I was like, screw it, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you just gotta do it.
You just gotta do it, and it's really interesting because there's so many fears and there's such a need to be perfect, to do things the right way, to not make mistakes. But really, unless you do it, you're not going to ever get better at it.
Absolutely. And as entrepreneurs, we are perfectionists. We want everything to be right, but that fear of perfection keeps us from doing so many things. So I just want to encourage women to get over that fear of failing and fear of maybe doing it wrong. Just do it, and yeah, it might suck at first, but you'll get better. Your videos will only get better.
That's good to know. That they'll only get better.
Yeah.
So what project are you working on right now that has you all turned on?
Ooh, I've got, goodness. I love the storytelling videos that I do and for my clients. And I'm working on a storytelling video for a children's museum that they are going to be using for their annual gala. And it's to basically tell the story of the museum and tell why the museum is important, and at the end of the day, to get donations from people who attend this gala. So it's really, really exciting because it's a children's museum, so much fun. And I get to hang out with kids during the shoot, and it's a blast. I can't wait.
How much fun. But you also work with a lot of small business owners, right?
Yeah. A lot of female entrepreneurs. Because the industry that I'm in is very male dominated. So I kind of come at it from more of a softer perspective, and a female perspective, which it comes. I have a background in marketing and theater and teaching, so I kind of bring that softer side to it. But at the same time, I can still be you're not smiling. You need to smile, So I think I have that balance and that mix that makes people really comfortable when they work with me, which makes me happy.
And also, you're an improv. What is it? An improv master of the universe?
Well, you've never seen me perform, so I wouldn't say that quite yet. Yeah, I do improv comedy every week, and that's fills my creative well and just gets getting on stage and being able to perform without a script and without knowing and just having to trust your teammates is the most empowering and exhilarating feeling. And I have this vision of getting a group of female entrepreneurs together and doing an improv class and kind of forming a little bit of an improv team, because it is wonderful for business.
Well, and I can imagine that with you, like, being behind the camera, and most women being petrified of being in front of the camera, like, too fat, to this, my hair, my that, my eye. Like, I've noticed with videos that one of my eyes is a little droopier than the other one. And I'm like, what should I do? Should I open it more? Whatever. But I feel that with that improv background of yours, you can really create that trust element that is so needed for people to relax and just be themselves. Because, you know, even if you have one droopy eye, if you're yourself and you are able to communicate that, people are not going to notice that droopy eye or other droopy things that you might have.
Right. And you have to remember that we are our own worst critics. You know, like, I will look at something and be like, why is my forehead wrinkled the entire time? Like, why am I holding my forehead up like this? And I don't think other people notice. You know, it's the same thing with everybody else. We're all so hypercritical of ourselves, and we just gotta, like, let it go sometimes. You know, like, this is who I am. I have a droopy eye. Like, embrace it.
I gotta remember which one is a droopy eye, so I can, like, open it a little bit more.
Yeah, then it'll be off balance. Like, you'll, like, open one really wide.
Or the wrong one, then that would be a disaster.
Yeah, exactly.
So you and I, we met at a live event, right?
We did.
We did. So why do you attend live events other than meeting women like me?
Oh, that was my answer. Shoot. No, I'm an offline girl. You know, in this online, like, everybody's doing social media and everybody's, like, posting things all the time and emailing, and it overwhelms me. I need that, like, human to human connection, and looking into someone's face and someone's eyes and being able to hear them tell about themselves and hear their story and what they're passionate about is something you don't get from being posts. So I just thrive on that human to human connection. And I've been going to live events I built my business off of attending live events.
Same here. Yep.
Amen.
So what's your best story or best anecdote from a live event?
So before I, like, knew what I was doing, I would just, like, search networking events in the city, and I found one, I think it was, like, through Meetup, and it was one of those, like, 800 people, rooftop, like, free drink included kind of events. And I went and got nothing out of it except, like, guys wanting to go to, like, coffee with me, which I was like, is this business or what? Like, what's the deal? So for the next event, I stopped at, like, a Claire's or something before and got, like, an $8 fake engagement ring, and I wore it for, like, the next, like, bunch of events that I went to, before I realized that those weren't the type of events where I find my people. My people are at female-powered events, and I don't need a fake engagement ring for that. I don't need to put on a front for that. Like, I can be myself and totally, like, just engage with people and rock it at these female-powered events. So that's that. I still have the engagement ring just in case. I haven't had to pull it out lately.
That is great, because I was gonna ask you for, like, a tip or something, a lesson learned, and you gave us two. One, when you go to these events, bring your fake engagement ring, and the second one, if you're single and want to go on coffee dates with guys, go to these events.
Exactly. I mean, it's like it could be a dating thing. It totally could, but that wasn't my intention, right. And it put a bad taste in my mouth. So.
When you go to a networking event, you gotta knowing what your intention is and what you want to get out of it. It's not just like, I mean, sometimes I want to go just to, like, talk to somebody, because I work from home by myself. I live alone.
Right.
So like just going to socialize for a little bit sounds like a wonderful idea to me, with no intention of meeting anybody or anything. But I mean, I feel that you always find somebody that you connect with and that you can create some kind of a meaningful relationship.
Yeah, always, always. It's wonderful. I love live events. And I'm the same. I work from home, so it's good to get out and be around people sometimes.
It's necessary. So you attended Wealthy Sexy Rebel in October. What was your favorite thing about the event?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've talked about like female powered events before, and I can't say enough great things about events like that. Yours in particular just had such great energy, and it felt like there were many people there, but it didn't feel like there were too many. It felt like we were all kind of a community, and we all ran around and introduced ourselves, which I thought was wonderful, because you can see everybody and see who's in the room and hear people speak about what they do. And I think when I stood up, I said something like, "It's great to be in a room of friends, of people that I know, and also future friends, people who I don't know yet and are going to be my friends." You don't have a choice; you have to be my friend. So it felt like a great community of women, and I made lots of connections and people who I'm still friends with, and I'm just so grateful for that event. I'm so glad you did that.
I'm so glad that you felt that way, because the main purpose of the event was a networking event, but I never call it like that because I want it to be a connecting event, like creating meaningful connections. It's not just like exchanging your business card and being like, okay, I need a videographer. Do you like? It's about like, okay, so who you are, what do you like? I mean, it's like finding out that you love improv. I'm taking improv, and every time I go to my class, I'm like, okay, if Paige can do it, I can do it.
Oh my God, we have to perform together. We gotta.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna go that far. Although I want to keep on doing it. I find, like you said, it's so useful for business, but also on a personal level. For me, it has taught me to let go of being right, let go of doing things the perfect way, because you just gotta go for it and see if it lands, it lands. If it doesn't, then you try again. So I think that this should be required in high school.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
We're gonna start 100%. A movement.
Let's start a movement. Let's do it. I'm all about it.
Yeah, and definitely, I want to do this business women meet improv kind of thing, because I think that it would be very, very beneficial for most of us. Yeah.
And it's a unique way of connecting also, because it's very raw, like you can't pretend to be someone you're not, even though you are like on a stage and acting, but it's like you bring everything that you have to the table and you share those experiences that other people have, and together you create something that you never would have been able to create on your own. And I think that's just so beautiful. And the collaboration of improv is why I do it.
I love it. I love it. You've given us so many tips. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah.
And I will definitely... Oh no, where can people find you?
You can go to my website, which is paigemedia.co, C-O. And then you can find me on Twitter. I'm Paige Media Co. on Twitter also. Tweet me.
Yay. Thank you so much, Paige. Thank you for doing this Wealthy Sexy Rebel Quickie with us. And I will definitely see you around.
It was the best Quickie I've ever had.
Good. Mwah. Bye.
Mwah. Take care. Bye.